and I'm not even in the game. So yes, we are recording, and I will hop into the game and play D&D.
Okay. Okay, that is what we are here to do. I think this is a D&D thing, right? Is that what this is? I
Yeah.
don't know. This is my first time. Ladies, mostly ladies and gentlemen, welcome to session. Is this 7? This is session 7.
It's 7 if you count our session 0 as the first session.
That's the
This
first
is
session.
technically session 6.
Technically, sessions. Okay. Well, session 0 was a pretty involved one, so I think calling this session 7 is fair to say the least.
Yeah.
So welcome to session 7 of Curse of Strahd. When we last left off, you guys finished off the battle in the Wizard of Wines, killing the needle blights and everything like that. That was last session. Yeah, I just watched the video. Why am I? Whoa! I'm having a moment here, guys.
Just breathe through it.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
It was like, you guys you ever get like deja vu?
All the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. If I talk about it too much, it really starts to take hold, and it is
Okay.
It's not pleasant. So let's keep.
No.
Going.
Okay.
Sorry about that, babe.
No worries. So, you guys fought in the Wizard of Wines, and you went down and you killed a man down there, really good, into the basement and everything like that. The druids, and then you guys handed custody of the wizard, the winery, over to the were-ravens there, namely the Martikovs. After dealing with them, you guys decided to finish your initial quest to drop Irina and Ismark off with Krez, along with a shipment of wine in order to secure your passage into the town, the gated community there.
Thank you, dear.
You guys got inside and made your way up to the monastery, the abbey at the top of the cliff there above Krezk, and found yourself really kind of creeped out by the people who live there, namely the strange kind of hybrid animal people, who were kind of making up the workers of the abbey. You guys caught a glimpse of the abbot himself, who was standing there with a beautiful woman, but decided to turn around at the last second, shut the door, and bail, which is fair to say the least. You got almost every impression telling you not to stay there. You guys then made your way back into the town, where Irina and Ismark secured bedding at the burgomaster's cottage, followed closely by you guys as you begin to settle in, and we're going to begin. Just to double check, everybody did level up and got everything they needed to do that, right? You guys should be level 4 now.
Yes.
I think so.
Yep.
Okay, Olivia, I did put all the animals that you can turn into this list now.
Ooh.
There was
You're the best.
one. There was one, however, that was acting really wonky, and so I was going to return to it. And that's a reef shark. So if at any point,
Oh, okay.
don't turn into a reef shark.
Cool.
But we are going to go to Olivia and Mirabelle, who had spent the night in what seemed to be a child's room, which had been undisturbed for some time now. And you guys, I would say, let's double check real quick. Who's got? Olivia, you are awoken in the middle of the night when you hear what sounds like floorboards outside of your door of this room that you're in, just kind of shifting a little bit. You hear like this soft whisper at the door that it's a little difficult to make out. If you want, you can roll a perception check to see if you can.
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay, with a 16, you hear a woman's voice. Let me get to the page. I didn't have it open. You hear a woman's voice, and you recognize it as the burgomaster's wife, who, when you saw her before, had this air of confidence about her. And now you hear this kind of very soft, kind of sad voice, and it's kind of whispering into the door, and it's just saying, "Sleep tight." And then a moment passes, and you hear the boards creak just a little bit more, and then
Before she goes too far away, I go, "I will, thanks."
Wow, they're so nice here.
Just to
all right.
Just to see if she responds or does anything.
You hear footsteps that begin walking, and then when you call out, she gasps. You hear an audible gasp, and just a really long silence.
I open the door and I peek my head out the door.
You see her. You see the burgomaster's wife standing there in her in like a nightgown, facing away from you as you look down the hallway toward her. She seems to be making her way towards another room further down the hall. It's
Did I
just
ever get her name?
Yeah. Her name is.
Oddly enough,
Anna Kreskov.
Anna, are you okay?
You gotta say that she. She turns around. Everything's fine. Mm-hmm.
I close the door behind me. And I walk up to her and I go, "I know it must be hard. Did you lose your child recently?"
Yeah. It's been, I guess, 5 days now. He was the last of.
Just 5?
He was the last of them, of the 4.
Oh my goodness. I give her a hug, my little gnome body.
She kind of stands there for a moment, and just reaches down and pets your head. Thanks.
And I stand back and I look at her and I go,
Are you going to be in town for a while?
"I don't know, but
There isn't. She kind of kneels down, and she gets a little close. She's like, I don't like talking about it with my husband. He's a little more emotional about it than I am. It's difficult for him to be honest with himself. But there's an abbot. I saw you go up to the abbey. Did you speak to the abbot at all?
no, we got thoroughly creeped out and left."
Yeah, me too. The abbot is very powerful. I know he can raise our son. But he wants something, and he won't talk to any of us.
Why, in particular, your son, when you've lost 4? If you don't mind me being so bold to ask.
Well, he's the most. I know there are limitations with that kind of magic. It seemed like we could move on. But after Ilya, it just.
Anna, I'm going to be completely forward and honest with you, which isn't something that I'm particularly fond of doing with someone I just met 6 hours ago.
This is a fast kind of relationship we're developing.
Right, yeah.
Sorry about that.
I lost my daughter 60 years ago. And if there's one thing that I've learned is that there is life after. But to make life come back upsets the balance. And maybe more trouble than what happens after.
I understand. She kind of stands up.
You don't want to trust those people, Anna. Trust me. We walked in there, and I could feel. We heard people screaming. Anything that they want isn't natural, isn't healthy, isn't good. I know your gut is telling you to get your child back. That's every parent's gut instinct. It was mine. But it can't happen that way.
I'm really sorry about what happened to you. But
And I'm very sorry what happened to you.
I have an opportunity here. And I'm not going to let what I'm afraid of keep me from doing it.
Well, all right.
I thank you for your advice, but
All right. Night. I turn around and walk away.
yeah, she kind of sighs and makes her way to her bedroom. Okay.
I gotta go eat my Taco Bell now.
Ooh.
The rest of the night goes by without issue. And you guys wake up freshly level 4s.
Yeah.
With feats and ability score increases and all that stuff. You guys see, as you guys wake up and begin coming outside, you see Irina and Ismark kind of talking to the Burgomaster, Dimitri, about work they can do in order to stay here for a more extended period of time. And as you guys wake up, you see Anna kind of bringing food out onto the table and setting it up for everyone so everyone can sit down and eat. And she kind of has this confident look about her, and she kind of smiles at everyone. Yeah, so you guys can have breakfast here, and then you can use this opportunity to kind of decide where you want to go, or if you want to save that conversation for when you're out of their house. That's cool, too.
At some point, I want to pull Irina aside.
Okay.
Out of earshot of everyone.
Okay. Right. Okay, we can do that. Do you guys need a second to think about where you want to go and everything?
Do we have any pressing? Let's see.
I
the
know
only
we wanted to go back down to
The
what
one-
you call
Yester
it.
Hill.
Yes. Oh.
That one.
Oh, right.
Yester Hill, and then James had expressed an interest in looking at the Wizard's Tower.
We didn't know it was a wizard's tower.
I think that would be much more useful.
Well, it's a
Use of
tower
our time.
it's a tower on a lake. Fuck. I'm such an idiot.
I can go swimming now, so if you want me to check the water, I can do that now.
As long as you aren't a reef shark.
Oh man, that one's tricky. I don't think I can do that one.
You guys are the best.
All right.
Okay, so what's the plan? Then you guys headed to the tower?
It sounds to me that we're heading to the tower.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just feel like we didn't really ask them why they took over the winery in the first place. We don't really know if those were-ravens are good people or not.
No, you did. They
we
said,
did?
they said the witch took the gems that they used to.
Oh, that's
they
right.
They were the original owners.
They were the original owners.
All right. And well, they're in league with the Babalas Saga.
The druids are in league with Babalis Saga.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd say the Wizard's Tower would be much more useful use of our time.
Okay.
It's closer too.
It is closer.
Did we ask any locals about this Babalas Saga thing?
No, you haven't.
Okay.
Would you like to?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Probably the Burgomaster if he's nearby. I'll introduce myself. Morning. Viola Alabaster. Nice to meet you.
Hi. Yeah, I'm. It's good to see all of you again. I hope you slept well.
Yeah, well, I don't sleep much nowadays, but it was comfortable. Thank you for your hospitality.
No, no
Uh,
problem.
uh, I have a question about something that we come across.
Hmm.
Um, there appears to the druids that had taken over the winery. Um,
Oh, we see them from the wall every now and then.
right, right. They're in league with a creature by the name of Baba Lysaga.
What is that?
Well, I was hoping you might know. Uh,
Oh,
it's we're just trying to follow leads at this point. Um, is there any old folk tale in this area about such a
well,
creature?
Babala Saga. That sounds like a witch's name. I
Yeah,
know there are plenty of witches here in Barovia.
right, right. Um, the term Baba. Never heard of it before, actually. Is it like a title?
I'm not entirely sure. I think it's just a spooky thing.
Oh, okay.
It's just like a spooky name, like
Oh,
calling yourself Count.
oh, I see.
I don't know what a count does either.
Yeah, right. Hmm.
I'm sorry. I wish I could be more help.
No, that's all right. Uh, it's just I like to gather information. I think us being in a strange land, we're kind of light on the reliable info that we can gather. And you seem like someone that is local that would give us the best options on where how to go forward and where to go from here in order to find a way back home. That's ultimately ultimately my goal. I can't speak for my companions.
You can speak for me on that.
All right, Maribel, that's good to know. That's good to know.
Well, I will say this. North of here, there's a bit of a mountain. Um, the werewolves are heavy in this part of Barovia.
Mm, mm-hmm.
I believe their home is somewhere on the mountain north of town here. Luckily, they can't get through the walls, but they're close by there.
Oh, so that's really the most local threat to you, or those
Well,
locals.
them and the dire wolves and the we don't really get too much traffic from the druids,
Ah,
but
well,
we do see them every now and then from the walls.
right. It's difficult, I imagine, with this mist and all. It's hard to see in long distances. I don't.
Well, luckily they like to pile at the base of the wall, and we just kind of throw our spears down.
Right, right, right.
Get
Well, it's good
get
that
'em really good.
I don't know if that was you that built this town. Um, it, does it look like it's been here like forever, this town, or is it like a possibly like a recent, or is this is I'll say, well, uh, this town Kresk, it's named for you, right?
My family, yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, um, so it was carried down in your lineage, and your father and father's father was a burgomaster, and up until you know
Uh,
generations before now, I assume.
yeah.
Uh, and you've lived here a good long while.
My whole life.
Yeah. Is it been especially strange lately? And not only that,
No stranger than no stranger than usual.
and I mean, are we the only out of town folks that come through here, or is it a common occurrence?
No, there are some every now and then who come through. We get visitors from time to time. We never let the Vistani in, but
Right.
there are.
These visitors, do they always seem to
They're kind of like you. They're
out of
adventuring
place.
types,
Adventuring
out of
types.
place.
Right, right. Interesting. Huh, huh, hmm. Uh, I don't mean to ask about sensitive topic, but this Strahd fella,
Hmm.
we met him once. He was awfully charming. Now,
Oh,
back in Daggerford, I had there were some boys about town that would do, little things here and there for me, and um, well, if you're nice to me, I usually I'll try to be civil to you, unless I see you do something bad. So I'm undecided on this Strahd fella. I know, he rules this land, but it looks to me like this weather is just the real issue here. The mist moving in and out. Um,
the mist is the issue.
right. Well, it's pretty prevalent, and I reckon maybe there's like a front or something to that effect that's over this area most of the time. This Strahd guy, have you seen him do bad deeds or seen him do anything that well?
I know everywhere outside of these walls is incredibly dangerous. That's enough for me to want to stay in here.
Right, 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 right. Hmm. Do you heard any stories of this Strahd fella and what he may or may not have done? Rumors?
I can honestly say, I know he's a vampire. I know
Right.
he is he's been here as long as Barovia's been here.
Mm, mm. But he's not, he ain't taking people and taking the locals and feeding off of them all the time like you would imagine a vampire would do. I mean, if he's been here that long, I imagine there'd be nobody left living, maybe. I don't know. He was awfully nice. He was very nice. Hmm.
Be careful.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. We're gonna be careful. I'm not gonna, if I see him again, I'm not gonna be, all how do you do and how's the weather and how are you? Uh, but like I said, I like to collect information and try to make my own uh choices and uh determine the character of people before, I believe hearsay, really. Uh,
But I understand.
right.
Um, I'm sorry. He stands up. If you would all excuse me, I have to show Ismark and Irina to their duties around the property here. Anna, do you mind taking care of it? She kind of just nods. Yeah. And he says, "Thank you all again for bringing the wine. You've brought happiness to this town that you all can't possibly fathom. We need a little bright and cheeriness every now and then. Um, Thank you again. If you ever need a place to stay, our gates will be open if you are willing to work your way."
Hmm. Yeah. We'll do our best for it by you. We appreciate the hospitality and um well, I reckon we're a capable lot, so yeah, anything you need doing, just let us know before we leave, and maybe we could put it together for you. I don't expect you all have a lot of coin to lend
He
out.
kind of, as you say that, he kind of raises his eyebrows and he looks up at Anna. And Olivia, you specifically see Anna just kind of like tighten her lips and just kind of shake her head no. And you see he kind of,
Do I witness that as well?
yeah, you see it as well.
Okay.
It's a very obvious exchange.
My eyebrows kind of shoot up.
Um, uh, Thank you all. If anything comes up, I'll be sure to let you know.
All
And
right.
he takes Irina and Ismark and walks out of the door.
All right.
And Anna kind of just, is there anything else I can get all of you?
Not me. I'm fine, dear. I'm fine. She's kind
All
of
right.
look. It's just Viola's kind of looking at her like, hmm, trying to piece her together and trying to. I imagine she has pretty good like facade. She's able to
Yeah,
hide her emotions pretty well.
she just kind of has this air of confidence about her.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so if that's about it, if no one has anything else, you guys converse over breakfast for a little bit. It's a little awkward. Anna
What is
doesn't seem to.
breakfast? Is it just gruel?
No, it's food. It's there's like freshly picked vegetables and some bacon,
Is it
uh,
biscuits and gravy?
biscuits and some gravy are
Yeah,
there.
Viola wants biscuits and gravy.
Some coffee for you guys are all brought out. And you guys kind of once you're finished, if everyone's good, kind of make your way out back into the town of Krezk, where people are early to rise and they're already beginning to get to their day's duties. You see Irina and Ismark kind of standing outside, their weapons and armor taken off in favor of more comfortable kind of plain clothes, and leaned up against the side of the cottage as they pick what seems to be like small apples from a tree. Ismark carrying a basket as Irina's kind of reaching up and picking all the apples. And as they walk by, they kind of nod to you guys. And Ismark just turns again. If you guys ever make your way to Strahd's castle, like we'll be here. I don't want to pick apples forever.
I want to pull Irina aside. Then.
Okay, that's right.
Um,
Okay, so you walk up and you kind of grab her and pull her aside. Yeah, what's up?
Anna mentioned trying to help the abbot. In order to gain favor for a very difficult situation.
Mm-hmm.
She recently lost all of her children, and she's trying to get her son back through means of, I'm guessing, resurrection. But that abbot really put a foul taste in my mouth yesterday. I'm wondering if you would keep an eye on her. You and your brother keep an eye on her while we're gone.
Well, yeah, we'll be staying here, so if I'll definitely keep an eye on her. Did it seem bad?
I'm worried about the abbot manipulating her now that
Right.
she has nearly nothing left.
Right. Okay, I'll keep an eye on her. Thanks for the heads up.
No problem.
Good luck, all of you. And again, I can't say this enough. Thank you.
Well, you're very welcome. You were both you and Bismarck here were pleasant enough to be around, and we hope to see you again real soon. You take care of each other, right?
Ismark kind of looks and just, did she? Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I'm bad with names. Always have been. I take names and I make them sound like cities that I read in a book once. So yeah,
Well,
it's
good luck.
Well, you too, dear, you too.
And with that, you guys begin to make your way out of Krezk. As you guys make your way down the road towards the front gates, unless you guys have anything you would like to stop and do real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No worries.
I wanna
seriously.
after
Seriously,
we're
if you guys have something, feel like, and it sounds like I'm trying to move things along, and you have a thing you want to do, just interrupt me. It's all good.
after we're away from the house, I pull everybody to an alley or whatever. So I woke up in the middle of the night last and heard Anna walking about. And I went to check on her because she seemed upset. So when I asked her about it, she had mentioned that she had just recently lost their last child. They had 4, and the most recent one just died 5 days ago. At the time, I didn't think to ask her how or what happened or anything like that, but she acted as if she wanted us to help her in helping the abbot with something in order to resurrect her son.
Oh. So all 4 of them dead?
Yes.
Well,
But she wanted to bring back her son specifically.
are more children
I
dead
don't know
in the
why.
town? Or is there some kind of condition going around on the children or something?
Again, I didn't ask.
Uh-huh. Where's
I conveyed sympathy with
right,
her
right.
and told her that that wasn't the best way to do it, especially since
Well,
we've been creeped out by the abbot already.
well, this is true, but if it's a true resurrection, it's probably necessary in order to get down to the bottom of this, because it looks as if maybe children are being sick. 4 of them, huh?
Well, I mean, I don't know, again, don't know the cause or the reason or whatever,
Right.
but also, who's to say they're not manipulating her? Because that's very powerful magic, and
Mm.
what kind of favor would they ask of her in order to do that because it's powerful magic? I tried to convince her otherwise, but the interaction between her and her husband this morning tells me that she's just gonna, that and she said so, that she's just gonna ignore my advice and do it anyway.
Mm. Mm.
I mean, did you ask how?
In hindsight, I should have, but I didn't.
I can
Well,
understand. I mean, that's a
yeah,
sensitive
yeah, I
subject.
understand
I
as
don't
well.
know.
So, sort of, she was
Yeah.
looking for solace, and you were there, and well, I guess it's good that well, poor thing. That's just the worst thing I've ever heard. That's just bad. That's not good. Well, we need to help her, don't we?
I mean, if she is hoping for a miracle, I don't think that we're the ones to provide that miracle.
Well,
Unfortunately, death is one of those things that none of us can ever really escape. 4 dead children may be cause for concern, but at the same time, people can just be unlucky like that. I would have had a brother had he not been claimed at the young age of 2 by a terrible disease.
well, I'm sorry for your loss. I didn't know. Hmm.
Well, 6 and 1/2 dozen of the other, really.
Hmm.
It has turned me into the person I am today, strengthened my resolve, as it were.
Right, right.
If every problem could be solved, we would break at any way that life ever applied to us.
Well, there's a solution to every problem. Uh, it may not always be the most convenient, or the simple, or easiest, but I can definitely see where she's coming from. Maybe we ought to go talk to this abbot and find out what his deal is, because well, now I want to understand what's happening, but
Do I recall, Chris, at all any children? Like,
In Barovia so far?
in all of Barovia, have there been children running about? Or anywhere?
Yeah, the Mardikovs. There were children with the Mardikovs.
and there's
Right, the
Yeah.
were-crows, but besides them.
like in
There were
Kratsk.
there were some in
There were some in Barovia.
there were some in Valaki because they
There
were
were some in
egging. They
Valaki.
were like throwing fruits at the guys in the.
Yeah, you've seen children out and about. You
Okay.
actually like gave bread to a kid in Valaki too.
I did?
And he like ran to his mom, and his mom said thank you.
Oh yeah, you did.
I do not recall.
I
You
vaguely
definitely
recall.
did that.
I am often very drunk.
I mean, I don't know. I
Well,
think it's just
this
bad luck.
Yeah, this is true, but I mean, if she is vulnerable and if she's a target, then I reckon we ought to help her. I mean, it looks as if she came to one of us at least, to get help. And
Well, there's a difference between becoming a target and volunteering yourself to be a target.
well, this is true.
But we're really good at that.
Yeah, good point.
I did the best I could to convince her that it's not worth the time,
All right,
even though but you can't tell a grieving mother anything they want to hear.
Yeah. Well,
Besides, they're right. So,
well, I've had plenty of
course.
children, but I never raised any of them. I just sort of got rid of them. But
excuse me?
well,
Jesus.
well,
Just kidding.
I didn't get rid of them. I just sort of handed them off to friends and that type of thing. You do things on the river when you're a pirate, when you're a sailor, that isn't always proper.
Olivia's head looks just like mine. Her head is cocked to the side, and her mouth is wide open, and her eyes have gone all squinty.
She said, "Well, a lot of times they were not in the right place. You understand? They look now. I don't want to upset any of you, but it's just the truth of my life. I lived on the river, I lived on the ocean a long time, and I had children, and I couldn't raise them on a ship. That was no kind of life for a child. You know that, right? You understand that, right?"
It makes sense to me.
My mouth is still agape.
I won't claim to agree with you, but I will say that I understand.
Right. Well, whatever I did, it's done now. But maybe we ought to go ahead and head
Yeah,
to
the
the
wizard
tower.
the wizard tower seems like a pleasant distraction from these awful morbid conversation.
Right. Well,
Also, we're here. Also, to be fair, we're here for specific reasons. We're not here to help day to day life. I mean, she's grieving. She's going to have to get over that grief. It's not for us to save the world for her grief. That's something you got to work through on your own.
I mean, are we here for a specific reason, or did it just kind of happen?
well, we brought Bismarck and Irina over here, so that was the reason we're here. But I think
Oh, I thought. Sorry.
Proverbially, I have
thought you
no
meant
idea
here.
why we're here.
I thought you meant here in Barovia overall here.
oh no, we're just here because we're here. We're just here because we stumbled into it, I reckon. And the
Right.
Strahd fella has something to do with it. Some way we
Uh,
don't know just yet.
I suppose if that's the case, we should. I reckon we should start working more towards our overarching goal, which would be to have the fog secede from Daggerford and get back home.
It's probably something to do with the arcane. I'm almost certain
Which
of
is
that.
why the Wizard's Tower is probably a
Yeah.
good bet.
Yeah,
If you remember, they did say that Strahd controlled the Vistani. Mentioned something about Strahd controlling the land. I'd figure since his fog brought us here, it's not that far of a stretch to say that the fog was his. Perhaps we should begin working towards some kind of goal that removes him from our path home.
I think that's reasonable.
With that, you guys begin making your way out of Krezk, the gates slowly shuddering open as the guards nod towards you as you leave, some of them wishing you luck in the wilds. And you guys begin making your way. It's not a very long trip. I didn't count it out or anything, but it's probably like 20 minutes because the map is so small. And you guys begin making your way up the road. You eventually come by this part here where the your cart was.
That pork cart.
And as you walk by, it seemed like before it had just been broken down, but now it looks like moss has begun growing on it, like moss and grass,
Like
and it looks
overnight.
like overnight, and there's like tree roots that have begun kind of wrapping themselves between the wheels of the cart that have been broken off.
Well, I'll be damned.
Well, you don't need to be a druid to know that that's not natural.
I just like to do a quick arcana just to try to determine what kind of spell does this type of thing.
I
Sure.
mean, but maybe a druid did it.
I'm gonna
Druid.
start picking at the moss and eating
Okay.
it. I'm gonna
Okay.
eat a little bit of it to see if it's poisoned.
Okay, maybe a
Not that I
constitution
can't
saving-
just.
maybe a
Oh,
constitution saving throw.
cool.
Oh,
I guess I should have checked first.
what did you
There's
just
better ways to do that.
what'd you just put in your mouth? Oh, no, no,
You take 8 points of poison damage.
no. Ooh.
That's not good for you. Don't eat that.
Half that to 4.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's alright. You made the save. It wasn't very high. It's just gross moss.
Ugh, don't eat that.
Viola, you look over this. Your roll is very high, but you still can't ascertain the exact nature of what exactly did all of this. It seems like far beyond even the druidic magic you've seen in all your travels. You kind of kneel down and you kind of come to the conclusion this place doesn't operate as the real world does. Or where you are from does.
Well, I conclude that it's some kind of mystery or something to that effect. I would like to take a bit of the vines with me, just like a 5-inch length of vine and a leaf. So
Okay.
yeah, I'll just kind of cut it away, and I want to determine, like, will it grow without soil? Will it wither? Will it do like anything over time, or will it, begin to try to embed itself in my skin or something? So I'm gonna sort of like wrap it up best I can and like put it in the bottom of my pack where it's dry and cool.
Okay. As you guys kind of kneel down by your cart here, you take those pieces of vine and everything, and it's about then that you hear in the distance, like distant thunderclap, as rain begins to fall on you guys.
How ominous.
Is it? I mean, this has been happening, like, it just seems to do that here.
Yeah. To be fair, everything in this place seems a tad ominous.
You're not wrong.
And with that, you guys continue on down the road just a little bit, coming to the crossing here, and making your way here and up, and coming to this spot here. Give me one moment to find the page in my book.
Oh God. Nice DM laugh. It's coming along
Thank you.
nicely. Yeah.
I've been working on it. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
You come to a cold mountain lake enclosed by misty woods and rocky bluffs. Thick fog creeps across the dark, still waters. The trail ends at a grass-covered causeway that stretches 100 yards across the lake to a flat, marshy island with a stone tower on it. The tower is old and decrepit, with collapsing scaffolds clinging to one side where a large gash has split the wall. Time-worn griffin statues, their wings and flanks covered with moss, perch atop buttresses that support the walls. Parked near the base of the tower, within sight of the entrance, is a barrel-topped wagon spattered with mud. What would you guys like to do?
So are we gonna like just walk up and knock on the door, or I mean, we just want to know what's going on in here. It's not like we've heard anything bad, right?
With the amount that it rains in this godforsaken country, are there any like footprints left in like the dirt?
Where are you looking specifically?
I think James is going to specifically check like the barrel top cart and the tower itself, like the doors to each of them.
Okay.
Just kind of look in front of him, see if there's any footprints that would be relatively fresh.
Okay. Let me check real quick. Sorry, I just did something to my computer. I just check a map real quick to make sure I'm not doing anything untoward. Looks like, yeah, it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna move you guys to a map real quick.
Okay.
And you guys don't have tokens on it yet, but you guys are gonna be all the way down at the bottom. it. That's all of you. Yeah. Okay, so that's kind of what it looks like. All right, James, you are checking for tracks and things of that nature. Go ahead and give me a survival check. Survival or investigation? Hello?
Investigation, because he's not a very wise man.
Okay. Seems like he's not a very intelligent man. Investigative man, I mean.
Well, I did roll a 3.
Did roll a 3. So yeah, walking up, it looks like the rain has kind of washed away whatever tracks may have been here. Walking up to the door there, you see the following. The tower door is made of iron with no visible handles or hinges. In the middle of the door is a large embossed symbol, a connected series of lines with 8 stick figures set around it. Carved into the lintel above the door is a word, Hassan. And give me 1 second so I can... Oh, fuck! Damn it, I clicked a bookmark.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no! He's
I'll be-
disappeared.
I'll be there in a second.
Okay.
Nobody panic.
Ooh.
Nobody panic.
Oh god. Okay. I'm holding it back. I'm holding it back.
Hold the line. Hold the line.
Hodor.
Hodor. Hodor.
Yeah, if you ever think you can't write a book, read the biography of Hodor. It's like 100 pages of Hodor in various caps lock and italics.
Jeez.
They put that out in the world.
That's a thing that exists.
Oh gosh. Oh, that looks fun.
Okay, you guys see this is what the door looks like.
Ooh.
Fancy.
I will walk up and I'll say, that there looks like a room of some kind. I would like to.
It's somebody
This
dancing.
this word that's above the door, does it have any meaning in any of the languages I know?
No. No. What languages do you know?
So many.
He sounded so sure of himself.
I know Common, Elven, Dwarvish, Celestial, Sylvan, and Primordial.
That,
Nope.
Okay. That's pretty much all of
I
it.
figured. I figured not. I assumed it wasn't, but I knew that was. I assumed it was the case. But yeah, so you guys see that as you're walking around. You see the wagon as well.
I am checking out the wagon.
Checking out the wagon. Under layers of mud, this wagon sports a fresh coat of purple paint, and its wheels have a fancy gold trim. A brass lantern hangs from each corner, and red drapes cover a tombstone-shaped window on each side. A steel padlock secures the back door, hanging from which is a cheap wooden sign that reads, "Keep out."
The back door being on this end where the stairs are?
No.
Or is that where...
This is the back door over here. This
What a-
looks like where you would like attach horses in order to like drive the
Gotcha.
carriage, but there
Is
are no
there an
horses.
opening on this side of it then?
No, there just seems to be a riding seat.
Alright, I walk around and I start pounding on the door.
Okay.
Hello!
You
You like
don't
my
seem-
Foley work, guys?
You don't seem to get any answer.
I'm trying to do the dance that seems to be indicated by the door.
Okay. What exactly do you do?
Like I'm literally copying the arms up, starting with the arms up one, and following the line, and just kind of doing the
Doing the hokey pokey there?
arm positions. Yeah.
So it's-
Mirabelle, so graceful. Wow.
So arms up, and then what's the second one?
How do I bring that back up? There we go. So it's arms up, and then it'd be right arm up, left arm down,
Mm-hmm.
and then kind of the X position,
The T pose.
and then
T-pose.
arms down, and then arms up, and then right arm. Wait, god damn it!
His left arm up, right arm down.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if it's mirrored or not. Yeah, and then back to the T-pose and then arms down.
Check.
I probably just look like an air traffic controller or something.
Yeah, so you go through, and you perform all the steps there. And as that happens, check for time.
We have summoned a great creature.
Great! I'm so excited.
You hear the roar of a blue dragon.
Oh, fuck me.
Just kidding.
Oh,
Specifically.
that was hilarious. That was
I'm
the
glad
best.
I can tell the difference between dragons
Well,
by
look
their
at Mirabelle
sounds.
over here cutting a rug.
I know.
As soon as Mirabelle finishes up the poses, the door and then
Oh.
slides open.
Well, look at that.
Didn't actually think that was going to happen.
Olivia, you're still at the carriage, the lock kind of jangling there at the door that you're pounding on.
Is there a crack between the door and the floor?
No, it actually seems to be sealed pretty tightly.
Is there any cracks in this thing that I could spider
There's the
through?
window.
Spider through. There is indeed a window, but you would have to break it in order to get in there.
Oh, it's a glass window? Glass
Yeah.
pane? So there's no spider-wide openings on this whole thing.
Where are you checking?
I am perplexed.
Where?
I'll walk around. I'll do the whole walk around.
Okay. You walk around the whole thing. The windows are sealed tight. The back door is sealed very tightly. It looks like whoever has built this thing has gone to great lengths to make sure that it is nigh impregnable.
The craftsmanship of this is impressive.
Mm-hmm.
I say aloud. Not even a spider can get in.
Well, Olivia, you checked all around the sides, but you may want to climb up on the roof, or maybe even check underneath.
Ooh, I check underneath. Because I'm closer to the bottom than I am the top of this thing.
They'll always clean up their sides, but you never know when you get the whole.
It might have a rotten bottom, you're right.
As you check underneath,
Trapdoor.
because of your passive perception of 15, which is it higher actually? It's higher now, isn't it? 16, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
This sound. I have to update my sheet every now and then. Of your passive perception, you look under and you see what seems to be a hidden trapdoor beneath the cart.
Woohoo! Okay. You know what they say about trapdoors, right, guys?
No.
They're traps. I am going to cast Find Traps.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm not. I don't have it prepared. I thought I did. I'm a dingus.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I cast Find Traps with my mind. I want to see if this door is trapped.
Make an investigation check.
Yeah, I don't have that one either.
Woohoo!
No, the trap. This trapdoor, you can say for certain, is not only untrapped but also unlocked.
I open it.
You open it and walk inside. Inside of the cart, you see just a ton of stuff. It looks like there isn't an interior description, so I guess you see a wooden trunk that seems to be covered with claw marks. You see a narrow wardrobe that is closed. You see a couple of weird kits in the corners. One of which appears to be a climber's kit, and then a couple that are pretty hard to tell. You see a lyre with golden strings hanging from the wall. You see a sculpted wooden cage holding a chicken and a silver ewer with 5 chicken eggs in it. You see a tiny wooden box containing a deck of cards, it seems like. You see a set of copper pots and pans, 3 sets of manacles. You see a shovel, a wooden chest. You see what appears to be scroll cases. You see a map of Barovia with kind of marks on it and some places that you haven't discovered on your map yet. You see what seems to be on like what appears to be like a small writing desk near a bed towards the back of the wagon. You see a charred page from what looks to be a journal, and you also see attached to the back door of the wagon a string holding what seems to be a flask of alchemist fire, which is kind of hanging precariously above what seems to be a pile of about 100 more vials of alchemist fire.
Guys, don't open that back door. It's trapped. Let me untrap it.
All right.
So I get up and I'm gonna untrap the trap.
Okay, you're locked in. You are locked into this. I'm going to say that right now.
Oh,
You're
that's a
doing
good
this.
point.
Hey,
That's a good point.
Olivia, to what extent is the back door trapped?
Olivia,
There's a lot of fire.
Olivia,
I see.
Olivia's locked into this course of action. Olivia, give me a dexterity check. Do you have proficiency with thieves' tools?
No.
Okay. Give me a dexterity check. Just
I am first. First. I'm gonna cast some things. Because now I've seen where I've gone wrong. The first thing I am going to cast is probably gonna be, I don't know why I had this prepared, but not find traps. I'm gonna cast Longstrider on myself.
Okay.
Just to be safe.
Okay.
In case I need to run real fast.
Cool.
And then I'm gonna cast Guidance on myself.
Okay.
And now I'm gonna...
You're gonna roll straight dexterity.
Alright.
Can you put alchemist fire out with water? Because we could pass
I'm scared!
We could pass a bucket of water up under the cart, if it would help.
Olivia, your roll.
No!
Holy shit!
Wait!
Roll guidance.
Ooh.
I'm dead. I'm so dead. Do it! I'm an idiot! I'm the idiot! Do it, Chris!
So what did you do? Did you try to go through the back?
Oh god.
So, Olivia, you get the idea. You're gonna cut the string and catch the alchemist fire before it bounces into the rest of the alchemist fire. When you cut the string, you go to catch, and it looks like it just slips right between your fingers. And you watch as, holy shit, the alchemist fire falls, and you trigger the trap.
Oh. How much is this gonna hurt?
A lot. A few
How much is it gonna hurt us?
Yeah.
This is why James took a step back.
Yeah, he's like a few steps back.
I'm still like at the door dancing.
Yeah.
I need Olivia, Viola, and fuck. I need Viola. Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Do I hear Olivia inside just like, oops?
Whoopsie doodle.
What's she doing?
Oh, no.
What's that mean? Oh,
It's a full-fledged fucking gnomish.
Mirabelle and Olivia, give me Constitution saving throws at disadvantage.
Oh god.
Me too.
Yes, yours, however, will just be normal.
Oh shit! Damn it!
Well, fuck.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, guys.
Oh god,
Absorb elements.
It's funny because at my hit points right now, this could be disastrous.
I knew
Oh,
James
fuck.
was taking a healing.
You guys
I'm gonna
ready?
be so upset if I
What-
kill
What
everyone.
does James see?
You guys, I'm gonna hit enter. Here we go.
Hey, wait! I'm gonna cast absorb elements. I've casted it. Done.
Okay. This is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna hit enter, and we're gonna take a break.
Okay.
Ready?
Oh fuck!
Well,
just
all my
killed all
friends
of
are
us.
dead.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Oh my god, why did I do that?
dead. My max hit points.
James doesn't know any healing spells.
I'm not
You
dead.
know what's great? James moved away, which means Cassius is also fine.
I'm not dead.
Mirabelle, you are not dead. You just
I'm
barely
just
made.
dying.
You just barely made the Constitution saving throw. So you actually take half damage. So you take 36 points of damage.
But that's
Unconscious.
Fire
God.
damage. Olivia, you casted that. Target takes. You have resistance to the triggering attack damage, so that's 36 damage to you. Olivia,
Did I just fucking kill Viola?
Yeah,
Viola, you
But
take the full 72.
yeah. My total is
Oh my-
26, so that would be 26. Would be
52.
52. So yeah, you just blew her the
Amy.
fuck up. That's okay. That's cool. No, I'm totally. There was a time in my life where I'd be fucking pissed right now, but I've DM'd so many games and played so much that I am like thrilled. This is fucking hilarious.
This
I'm so sad!
this
I can't even
is
tell you how sad I am!
That's amazing.
Keely. This is revenge.
I didn't even want revenge. I was fine! But
Okay.
I'm stuck in this wagon that's also on fire. If anybody's gonna die, it's probably gonna be me.
Are
Yes.
you unconscious?
Oh, yeah! I only have 23 hit points.
Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus! I can't. Oh Jesus!
I would have cast Mage Armor, but it wouldn't have made a difference at all.
I can.
So I got bad news for y'all. Like I said, James doesn't know any healing spells, and I don't know what the role is to stabilize people.
I do.
Mirabelle's still up. Mirabelle's not even
I'm
down.
still
I don't
up.
think.
I'm still up.
How are you still
Mirabelle,
up? How many hit points do you have?
She's a
Probably
cleric.
9.
Okay, before we get into that, I'm gonna do this.
I'm gonna go look at other players to.
Yeah.
Dude.
I'm over here having a cookie, like, what am I gonna play now?
I
We are going to take a quick 5-minute break while I scream in my backyard for about 30 minutes. And
You're gonna do some time bending there.
yep, I'm gonna do some stuff like that. Give me like 5 minutes. Everyone take a quick break.
Yeah, 5 minutes sounds good. Sounds good.
Step back for a second. And
Time
we'll
to
be back in a
re-up
second.
on my drink.
Oh my God!
See, I knew this was coming. Believe it or not.
Really? I had no idea. No idea this would happen. No.
I don't remember much about this section of the game because I never paid it any mind. But I just remembered that there was some devious, real bad trap in the cart.
And you just you kind of like stood back and you're like, interesting.
Well, realistically, I think I played it fairly well, considering that Olivia was able to reveal to me that it was Alchemist Fire and a lot of it.
Wow.
Well, to be fair, all I said is fire.
Yeah, you did say there's a lot of fire. Oh Jesus!
So yeah, she just
Okay.
So I have a realistic question. Since Alchemist Fire does like continuous burn damage,
I'm fucking.
Yeah, this could be a lot worse. All right.
No. I can. Shit.
Oh, don't you. You're gonna get yourself killed. Don't do it.
Odds are good. There's a window.
I'm already on
Nope, there's a
character
window.
creation.
There's a window. It's fine.
Is it though?
Well, I can. No. No, but I can see through the window, so I can cast duplicity. So then I can. Oh Jesus!
so are we taking our break now, or?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, we were supposed to be.
We're
Yeah,
still on
yeah.
break.
I couldn't. I was sort of in shock. I need to get my legs to work. So yeah, I'm gonna take a quick break.
Okay.
I'm still
Like,
trying
I
to
gotta-
figure out how to fix it.
I'm re-upping on my drink.
I'm making a new character in D&D Beyond.
Hold up a second. I actually have a plan.
I can help. Maybe. I think.
No. I got a plan for getting her out of the burning cart.
Okay.
Oh, we'll get to that. Don't worry about that.
Oh, I know. You may be able to help Olivia.
If only you knew of a powerful abbot.
Nope. It's too bad Viola's dead. Because James is never going up there again.
Oh, I guess that's a premature X marks the spot on me.
Yeah, it is. You're just unconscious.
I will be
I
RB.
mean,
I actually do have to go.
Like, leave?
no, take his break, I think is what he meant.
Oh. Okay.
I think.
Oh. Alright.
Oh, Chris, I have a fucking excellent idea. Hang
What's that?
on. I'm gonna mess.
Okay. I've got ideas already, but we'll see.
Oh, Mirabelle's gonna have PTSD.
just to describe the series of events. That would be interesting, Keeler. That would be wow. That's big. That's really big.
Okay, that's mean.
Sorry, no, it's backstory stuff.
Yeah, I figured.
That would be insane. But we will cross that bridge when we get to Akile. But that is I would keep that in your pocket because that is that's yummy. But just to read the series of events.
Wait.
Should I wait?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think everybody took their break when you got back.
Okay.
I can't handle it.
Um,
I feel bad enough that I got everybody injured. I feel so fucking horrible that I killed Viola.
I'm excited to listen back on the recording to just hear Amy. Because the best part about those recordings is you can hear Amy like in the background because she doesn't mute herself when she's not using Discord, so you can hear her like talking to her husband and everything like that. Just imagining,
Oh god.
imagining Amy just like what the fuck.
Also, what was I gonna?
What?
I'm so sorry. I'm so fucking sorry.
We were just talking about the best part about the videos that you post are the fact that we can still hear you like when you're not talking in game, like you're talking to your husband.
Shit.
So just imagining Amy like
That fucking girl killed my character.
Sorry it took so long.
No worries. This is a bit.
This is fine.
I'm not gonna say it's unexpected.
Yeah, this is.
But
I mean,
will say-
I knew it was going to be a bad session when I immediately put random moss in my mouth.
yeah, what the hell were you thinking? Let me rephrase that. What are you thinking?
Oh man. Okay, is everyone back? Is everyone good?
Yeah, everyone's good.
Is anyone good? Okay. Real quick. I just have to ask Amy something really quick. So if I could have everyone jump out of chat for just a second, I'll let you guys know when to come back in.
Oh no.
Just for a second. Okay. So in just a moment, there will be another character pulling up. Do you know anything about Curse of Strahd? You've played it before, right?
No, I've actually never played it. I've read a little bit about the Ember Temple, but as far as the storyline goes, and I really don't know much at all.
Okay. How do you feel? Do you want to make a new character if this one doesn't pan out, or would you prefer? Because I do have an NPC in the wings that I can hand off to you for the time being.
This NPC, well, yeah, I really don't, I really don't have any one thing that I want to play. I don't mind at all, having Viola end her story here. She was, I was just trying to make up her story as I was role playing her.
Mhm.
So, you know, I never written like an expansive thing that I wanted to fold into the narrative later or anything like that.
It's kind of tough to do with Curse of Strahd anyway, just by nature,
Yeah,
just by how it is.
right. And I feel like, you know, I totally am up for whatever you got, whatever you want to throw at me. Um, I don't mind playing. I don't mind playing, you know, whatever class or race that's needed. Um,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, this is going to be an NPC, and it's just going to be part. This is pretty much just going to be for like to finish out this
Oh,
session.
sure.
Um, so she's going to be very strong. I don't know if you can read her bio, but like I'm just going to share it with you. You should be able to read it.
Okay, it's in the chat.
GM notes.
Oh, you're gonna put it in the Discord.
I'm gonna no, it's gonna be in here. I'm gonna give you permission to see it.
Oh, got it. Very good. Oh, the character sheet and all that.
Yeah.
Me.
She's a CR8 creature.
Ooh.
She's a CR8 NPC, but so as far as character stuff goes, you're going to be a bit wounded. Which I will. So pretty much what's happened. You're playing the character Esmeralda the Avenir,
Okay.
which should be in your journal.
Esmeralda.
hmm she has all that stuff on her. She is a Vistani who worked with Rudolf van Richten for a time. And she came to his tower to park her cart as she made a trip to Strahd's castle to try and confront Strahd. And she ended up getting into a big fight with Strahd, but had to leave because he was so strong. And she's running back and is currently being chased by a pack of werewolves.
Ooh.
So you're going to. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you shared it with me. I don't see it.
It's going to be. There should be like a folder that says named NPCs.
Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. Go.
Okay.
Yeah.
She'll be in there. Take a look. See, I think you might not be able to change her health until her token's actually out. But when it is, just change it to 30 hit points.
All right, 30 hit points. Got it.
Yeah, and there should be like a bio there. The idea is you're playing her kind of aloof. She doesn't get attached to people. So she's kind of showing up, and my plan was when I had her as an NPC was to arrive and then ask you guys to help her fight the werewolves. So you're going to show up, see an opportunity to get some help with these werewolves, and turn to fight back. And that's how the session's gonna. That's how she's kind of gonna work out. Just that way, you have a character to play for the rest of the session.
All right. This is awesome.
Cool.
Oh yeah, very cool.
Okay.
This is cool.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'll let you know when she's rolling up.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Is everyone back?
Yes.
I am.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Cool. Okay. So this is the series of events that has just occurred. You guys walked up. Mirabelle, you opened up the door to the tower. Olivia, you snuck into the cart and climbed inside and discovered a trap. You attempted to disarm the trap, and after a series of poor rolls, instead activated the trap, causing the cart, everything inside of it, to explode. It exploded with such fury that the bits of the cart exploded outward, and you guys watched as shards of glass and wood and bits of metal just peppered into Viola's body. She was thrown back from the blast, her hair singed, her skin badly burnt, and you watch as she lies now lifeless at the base of the tower. Olivia, it looks like you are currently unconscious in the black spot that was once this cart. There's now nothing here.
This usually ends at 9.
Yep, all contents. Yep. There's now nothing here, save for a few scraps of burnt wood and shattered glass that is now surrounding you. And Mirabelle, you badly burnt, are clinging to life as you kind of steady yourself and stand amongst the wreckage, and you see the lifeless corpse of Viola just within reach of you, and you see Olivia as well lying in the rubble. What do you do? James, you managed to back up just in time to avoid the blast.
Does it look like Olivia is in any further danger of getting harmed?
You'll have to get closer.
Then yeah, what James will do. How close do you want me to be? Just out of curiosity.
If you're looking over to see if she's badly injured, you're gonna have to be next to her, dog.
All right. So what James is going to do? James is going to take. That's 5. That's 10.
It's not initiative or anything.
Well, it's the.
He doesn't want to get too close.
What do you think there's gonna be a second bomb?
James runs, it disappears, and then reappears right next to Olivia, having cast Misty Step to get over there as quickly as possible.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you're now standing over Olivia. Mirabelle, what would you like to do?
I mean, she would probably run to Viola and see if there was anything you could do.
Okay, Olivia, make me a death saving throw. Cool. Mark down 1 success. Mirabelle, you lean down over Viola. What are you checking? Are you checking vitals and stuff like that?
I'm gonna try and cast Spare the Dying.
Okay. Okay, you cast the spell, and it feels like it doesn't even. Normally, when you've casted healing spells in the past, you can feel like that bit of life essence. Melora?
Why did I just suddenly forget my deity?
Don't worry.
Because you have 3 of them. You like clerics, yo.
Timora.
Timora. You normally when this power that's been gifted unto you by Timora, when you cast it upon somebody, you can feel it kind of pass it. But it's like casting it away. There's nothing there.
I'm gonna.
James, what would you like to do?
So the sparing the dying didn't work? Or...
Was that on Olivia or Viola?
Viola.
Viola, yeah, it doesn't work on Viola.
Yeah, James is going to drag, I can only assume at half speed, Olivia out of the wreck. That's 5, 10, 15.
There's nothing. There's no wreckage to speak of. It's like a black mark in the ground here.
I mean,
there's bits of stuff, but it's cleared out.
Is there now that I'm closer? Is there any threat that she may more just here in this?
Once you step up, you see she's still raggedly breathing. Her little form still has some bit of life to it, but she's very badly losing blood. Peppered with all the things that were in this.
All right, but she's not. I know Alchemist Fire does the weird. It sticks and stuff. So
it was a blast. It was not a lingering.
All right, James.
She is still currently dying.
James is going to try to some very rudimentary first aid, trying to staunch the.
All right, give me a medicine.
Medicine, you say? Well, James is bad at that.
Well, hey, that's not too bad. With that, you manage to stabilize. You kind of lean down and quickly staunch the bleeding. And Mirabelle, as you realize the worst in terms of Viola's case, you turn and see Olivia and James kind of doing what he can to keep.
I'm gonna crawl over to her, sobbing hysterically, and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. As this time the magic kind of flows through you into Olivia. Olivia, you heal back for 10 hit points, and kind of gasp awake. The last thing you remember, just a sea of green flame. The rain still kind of pours down onto you guys as you're sitting here in the and all three of you kind of look over and see Viola's kind of lifeless. What do you guys do?
Bury my head in my hands.
Do any of you have an axe?
Axe?
I pull out the probably charred battle axe.
Well, it seems to me that we have nothing left to do for her, and I very doubt she would want to be the kind of person to be buried on land.
You're right.
Yeah. Walk up towards the tree line, starting to get like a raft.
Okay.
Can I help with my tinker's tool?
Yeah, I'd say after a time, you guys definitely have the opportunity to kind of work together, get the necessary requirements to make a sort of a raft for what I can only assume would be like a Viking.
Yeah, James is parts of his 50 feet of rope and some errant rocks he finds around to add some weight to the raft. And by weight to the raft, I mean weight to Viola.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to tie that weight to Viola. I think what happens here is they push her off, like the raft, push her off, and then if everyone's all right with that, just kind of watch the raft get consumed by fire in the lake.
Is anyone...
No.
Amy, are you cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds really good.
Okay.
I don't think I don't think Olivia's moved or even spoken this entire time.
Okay, you guys kind of stand there on the banks of the lake there and watch as the small raft containing the form of Viola kind of drift out in the center of the lake. The rain kind of pouring heavily, but despite that, the flame manages to catch. And you watch as this small raft that you guys made is slowly consumed in flames. And as you watch the smoke rising off of it, you watch as part of it, as it heads up, just begins to like curl. The smoke itself, it curls and begins to darken as it rises up towards the sky, and as the boat kind of cracks, as it kind of the structural integrity of it kind of gives underneath the flame and the temperature and the rigor that you guys have put under it, as it breaks and begins to sink. You hear a thunderclap in the distance, and the earth itself begins to shake at your guys' feet, and you hear this deep rumbling seeming to come from the mountains to the south. The tall mountain poking out above the trees with its frost cap. You hear this rumbling coming from it, and then after a few moments, it subsides.
Ominous.
I'm gonna walk over and sit down next to Olivia.
Just taking a cursory glance inside of the wizard tower itself, does it look relatively safe from danger?
You step inside. It seems to be dry inside. Let me describe what it looks like. The flagstone floor is strewn with debris, and a few old crates stand near the east wall. A torn curtain to the south partially obscures the tower vestibule. A 5-foot square indentation in the center of the floor contains 4 pulleys attached to taut iron chains that stretch up through a similarly sized hole in the rotted wooden ceiling. Standing next to the chains are 4 tall clay statues.
Can we have said that James saved enough wood from cutting down trees to set up a fire?
Yeah, there's actually dry wood inside of here as well. Kind of lining the floor, like debris and stuff like that. If you guys want to make a small fire in there.
We should rest.
I'm gonna try and get Olivia up.
She immediately pulls away from any helping hand.
We need to get you inside.
I turn into a weasel and go.
Okay. You guys
Nope.
head inside?
I take that back. A spider.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You turn a spider head inside. Mirabelle, you as well make your way inside to the strange room here. And yeah, I'd say you guys managed to get what seems to be a bit of a fire going. I will say you guys will have a short rest. So do what you would like for a short rest.
James is going to cast Minor Illusion and add some accompaniment to himself as he pulls out his harmonica and plays.
Okay.
He can do
So
that.
I'm assuming Song of Rest.
Song of Rest.
Okay. You guys go ahead, use hit dice, and whatever you get back from a short rest, you guys get it.
Can I be a little... I don't know if this is rude or anything. Chris, can you and I talk for a minute?
Sure.
I'm sorry, guys. I want to talk to him about something.
This is kind of a weird situation. So if you guys are cool with that,
Yeah.
I'm cool.
okay.
I am cool. I am very cool.
Okay. If you guys could hop out for just 1 second, I'll post in chat when we're ready to go. You guys don't. Oh, okay. You guys actually don't have to to leave. You can just deafen yourselves. That's cool too. Okay.
At some point, Olivia will get out of her wild shape, though, so I can take the short rest.
All right. Let's wait for James to come back in. Okay. So you guys are good to take a short rest. Whatever you get back, and whatever you roll for hit dice, feel free to do so. And let me know when you guys are finished. And I'm just gonna set poor little Viola here down here in the corner.
Don't forget to add your D6, Mirabelle. For all the good it did helping you two.
After about an hour, I assume you guys were trying to stay here for a little longer than an hour.
Yeah, I think James had the intention of trying to take a long rest.
Yeah. well, unfortunately, you do not get the chance. It's just kind of you guys just kind of sit here for a little while in just kind of quietness. Nobody really willing to kind of break the silence, as it were. Olivia seems especially distant, given everything that has transpired. Every now and then, Mirabelle and James, you guys shoot each other glances, and it seems like you want to say something, but it's like there's something kind of keeping you from doing so. Um, and as you guys are discussing or just kind of sitting there in the quiet, you hear coming from the road towards the tower the sound of hooves, like horse hooves. What do you guys do?
James is gonna look out the door if it's still open.
Okay. Give me 1 sec. As you look out the door, you watch as a woman in a red kind of cloak. She's wearing a red cloak. She has kind of long curly hair. And she's kind of leaning very heavily on this horse as she's riding forward. You see one of her arms is kind of dangling as she's riding, and she's riding up towards the tower now. She looks to be in quite a ways, and as she kind of rides up to where the wagon was, she stops and she looks up. And what does she say, Amy?
She stops up short,
Mhm.
and she will lean back on her haunches and try to compose herself, and she looks down at James. Who are you, and where's Van Richten?
Well, my name is James D. Beauregard, and my fan Van Richten is... Well, I'm not quite sure I should tell you, if we're being honest. Who are you?
A friend. I'm here to see him. Is he present?
No.
Alright, I would like to insight check that.
Okay, go right ahead.
Alright.
If at any point something's not working, Amy, feel free to let me know.
Okay.
With an 8.
So I guess this is like maybe a contest with his deception.
Well,
no,
James isn't lying.
Yeah,
It's
this is
persuasion.
right. Yeah, persuasion.
So if you want to give a persuasion for me, James, I imagine beating an 8's not going to be too hard for a bard like you.
Yeah.
Oh, of course not.
But stranger things have happened.
Ooh.
Okay. Esmeralda, you get the impression that he's being straightforward.
Alright.
Your cart is fucking gone, and your enemy is still on your heels.
I look behind me, composed, and I look down at this fellow, and I say, I'm being pursued.
By what?
Werewolves. I think it's probably important that you turn around and go back into the tower.
Well, you won't have to tell me twice. And James turns around and he walks back into the tower.
Okay. Esmeralda dismounts a horse and tries to tie it up so it won't get too scared and run off. Although it's probably, pawing at the ground, probably pretty scared by now. And she'll come inside, and Esmeralda will turn, and with movements that are clear as if she's been here many times, she'll turn and shut and bolt the door.
Okay. Are you able to move the token?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Can I just say the funniest thought just got into my mind of somebody just trying to furiously open this door?
Like, oh no. doing the safety dance.
Accidentally moving wrong once and having to start over.
Oh.
She'll come in and she'll say, they were hot on my heels. I think it's a pretty good idea to prepare yourselves for a fight. You there in the corner, can you fight?
I turn into a animal. Let me tell you which one. It's a great animal.
It's
a
a good
reef
one.
shark.
It's a reef shark.
Oh no!
I purposely kill
Bad
myself.
day. Oh my gosh! You do not.
I turn into a black bear.
Ooh. Okay.
Ah,
Grrr.
yeah.
Yeah. So, you guys watch as this woman walks in. Her red cloak kind of flowing
That's
behind.
not a black bear token, is it?
Yeah, he's a medium creature. You're thinking brown bear.
Oh, I want something bigger. Sorry, I was going for big. I'm going for a war horse. Then I'm going
Okay.
big.
You're inside the tower.
I do a black bear then. Fuck.
He was there, then it went away, and now it's back.
She's got.
It's just so small. But I'll take it. It's got hit points and multi attack. I'm good.
It does.
Can James prepare an action?
Sure. What would James like to prepare?
James is preparing to cast Cloud of Daggers on this 5-foot space as soon as he sees that door open.
Okay. You guys watch as... Well, you guys don't watch anything. The door's shut.
Well, they see this woman standing here, and she's obviously hurt. She'll look around and she says, before they threaten us, have any of you healing? They've chased me quite a ways, and I'm injured.
Yeah, and as she says that, Mirabelle, you especially see her right arm seems to be heavily wounded. And you look down, you kind of follow her arm down, and you see that her right leg seems to have been replaced with a prosthetic. She has like a metal leg in place of her, I believe, her right leg. And she seems to be moving just fine with it, but she still looks heavily injured.
I'm just probably still sitting down, just gonna lean over and do that.
She says, "Thank you. My name is Esmeralda. What is your name?"
Mirabelle.
Very good. I think it's important that we should at least be on first name basis before we fight together against a creature. Have you come across any lycanthropes here in this area lately?
Not late. Before.
Before?
Earlier.
Oh,
Earlier.
you're new here, I take it.
As you guys are talking, you hear the scream of a horse being torn to pieces outside.
Shame.
Yes. Yes, it is. Prepare yourselves, they'll find a way in. They always do. And, as you're looking upon this woman, she is probably about 5'8", 5'9". She's rather tall, slender. She has a tan skin and has like a filthy bandana that's across her forehead and kind of holding her curly hair out of her face. And she's filthy and she stinks a bit. But she moves about the place and she says, I know this tower as well as I know the back of my hand. We should be safe for the time being, but they will wait us out. They always do.
And with that, you guys hear the sound of footsteps stepping onto the door. Stepping onto the door frame here. Not that. And you hear just the other side. I know you're in there.
Go away.
And
I
we
can
know you're
see
out
you.
there. Personally, I'm not too terribly frightened by a bunch of mangy dogs. We took care of a few of those earlier.
I growl.
Esmeralda, make me an intelligence check.
Okay. Ah,
Check one thing real quick.
okay.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Okay. Everybody make perception checks.
Can I do this with my sniffer?
Yes.
Your boop nozzle?
My bear snoot?
I
Your
may or may
bears?
not be a little distracted.
Your boop. Your bear boop.
Your bear boop.
Boop snoot.
Snoot boop.
Exactly.
I must boop the snoot.
It's the technical term.
Okay. Olivia, listening, or you kind of listen for a moment and you remember you're a bear and you kind of smell, and wafting down from above, you smell, you can smell wolf coming from above you. And right as that begins to happen, Esmeralda, you remember there's a gash in the side of the tassel, the side of this tower, that the scaffolding on the outside leads up. And Olivia and all of you, as soon as it's pointed out, you can hear the scrambling of footsteps as a werewolf is making its way up the scaffolding and trying to get in through the top. What do you guys do?
So, is there a way up to the scaffolding for where we're standing? Is there a ladder of some kind? Because I see something.
Esmeralda, there is the elevator.
Okay. All right.
In the center of the room there.
All right.
And then you remember you're a bear.
It just cracked me up.
Esmeralda say, it's probably best that I go up and to see if I can hold them back, or to see if I can fight them one-on-one up there. Does anyone want to come with me?
I'll come with you.
Very good. And I'll go ahead and step into the elevator.
Okay, the second you approach the elevator with intent to go up, you guys watch as the four clay statues at the corners of this thing turn and grasp the chains. And Esmeralda, as soon as you step on, and Mirabelle, you as well, the chains begin going up.
Okay. All right.
And they begin pulling on these chains, and the elevator itself begins rising. Everyone, roll me initiative.
Okay.
Now, question.
Yep.
Do I use the bear's initiative or mine?
Whichever's higher.
Mine.
Because you did change beforehand, so I guess that's pretty much a fair thing to.
That's why
Roll
I asked.
initiative, you
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
James will roll initiative.
There's another boy here.
Are we going on if you tie, it's whoever has the highest dex modifier?
Yes.
Then unfortunately, Mirabelle, James will be going first.
I don't see how that's unfortunate.
That sounds pretty good for
I'm
her.
fine with that.
No, maybe you just wanted to really just get out there and express yourself before James did.
Nope. I'm good.
Okay. Oh, there's still people in here that shouldn't be in here. There's two.
Mirabelle's not even sure she wants to stand up, so...
Okay, is everyone right in here? No. Paolo's not in there. Checking everyone's. This should be good then. Yeah. We're gonna add around. This one. Cool. Alright, so it looks like werewolves will be up first. One of them is currently moving up top. The other ones are going to hang out here. 30, 35. Okay. And then this, you hear again, he is going to attempt to figure out the door. I don't know how to do this mechanically, so I'm just going to guess at it.
Probably an intelligence check.
Yeah. I think he's going to use, because he's dumb. He's a dumb boy. So I think he's going to use his action this turn to see if he can figure it out.
Okay.
And then next turn, he's going to do it. So if he figures it out, then he'll do it. But he can't do it this turn. Well, boy howdy.
Wow.
Or maybe he does.
Or maybe he does. He kind of puts it together, and he says, oh.
Oh, I know how to do it.
Oh, I've seen a door before.
This is as door as I've ever seen.
I just practiced it this morning.
The wizard's tricks will work on me.
Alright.
Okay, and with that we go to James Dean Beauregard. What would you like to do?
Oh, God.
Well, he has opened this door, has he not?
No, the door is still closed. You need to use his action next turn in order to open it.
Then James is going to continue to do what he said he was going to do earlier.
Okay, so you're holding your action to cast that spell.
Correct.
Okay, do keep in mind that spell is charged. If you don't use it by the end of the round, you lose it. It's the old use it, you lose it rule. Don't use it, you lose it.
So by the time it gets to my turn again, or
By the time it gets to your turn again, yeah.
all right, that's fine.
If it's not triggered. Cool. Okay, so you're holding that. Anything else? That's an action. Do you want to use your bonus action for anything?
These guys are still on the first floor, aren't they?
All your buddies, yeah. The elevator hasn't gone up to the next floor yet.
Well, James is going to hit all three of them. Well, actually, maybe not yet. No, James is going to hold off.
Okay. Cuckoo. Mirabelle, what would you like to do? Well, you're right in the elevator, correct?
Yeah?
Okay. Do you want to hold your action to do anything? Because it's not going to go up until Esmeralda's turn.
Do I want to hold my action to do anything? Oh, shit. I am going to use my bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
Uh,
I don't have a thing for that. What is it? What does your spiritual weapon look like?
well, I mean, right now it looks kind of like one of the bats from the mobile that she has.
Okay.
The Batmobile. It looks like a miniature Batmobile.
A miniature Batmobile that I didn't get the joke.
It spins around when it attacks.
Well, I don't have a Batmobile per se.
Oh my gosh. That's like in the DM toolkit. Batmobiles.
That should be in my book of tricks. It seems like there's not even just a single bat. What the hell's going on here? Just give me a bat.
There's not a bat?
I just want a bat.
I have a bat. She can have one of mine.
You're gonna have a Skelly Man.
Okay.
That's your Batmobile.
That's my Batmobile. Okay. And then I'm gonna...
Is it staying down here or is it following you up?
It's following me up.
Okay.
And I guess I'm gonna... Wait, can I hold an attack with it?
No, because it's a bonus action. I don't think you can. I don't think you can hold bonus action.
Oh yeah, it's a bonus action. Alright, so in that case, I am gonna... Shit. Hold... Guiding Bolt? No, Sacred Flame.
Okay. You hold Sacred Flame for just the next thing you see?
For the next adversary I see.
Okay. You are currently holding Sacred Flame. Now you step on the elevator alongside Esmeralda. So you guys are both on the elevator here in the center. So I'm going to put you guys there just for a second.
Okay.
And this is following you up as well, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to pick all of you up, not James. Should have everyone. Yep. Cool. Okay, you guys are moving up. Just scroll up a little bit. You should be able to see it.
All right. Cool.
So that is floor 2. As you guys are kind of rising up, I'll describe the area real quick. It's another one of those fun ones. Dust and cobwebs fill this otherwise empty room, the wooden floor of which is badly rotted and partially collapsed. And again, you guys are passing through what seems to be some kind of hole in the center here as it's rising up. It looks like there's a couple more floors ahead. Esmeralda, you remember there are specifically 4 floors to this tower. The top which is Van Richten's chamber.
Right. Do we, as we're moving up, do we see anything threatening us on the second floor?
No, not on the second floor. You remember the gash was on the 3rd floor.
Yeah.
Okay, so would you like to prepare anything?
Yeah, I would like to prepare a magic missile.
Okay.
If it does it move like 1 floor per round?
Yeah, it's 1 floor per round. It's going to be on your turn because you activated the elevator.
Ooh, I'm rethinking what I've done now. I think, well, shit. I feel like we'd be better served going back down. So, Esmeralda will turn to Maribel and says, I may have, guessed wrong about the initial threat. I figured that we could go above and speak to the one that's making its way in. I feel that we'd be better served if we go back down to the 1st floor and fight them there.
Fine by me.
Okay. All right.
Hey.
I will say you can step off the elevator if you like and take I believe it's 10 feet. Let me check. Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-ba. Oh no, it's even slower than that. Yeah, so it's just 10 feet.
Oh, it's 10 feet to the floor below us.
Yeah, so if you want to jump down, you certainly can. But you can hear on the floor just above you the werewolf who is breaking in, getting ready to move in.
All right. I guess in that case, I don't want to leave Maribel here, so I will stay on the elevator.
Okay.
And ready that. Well, yeah. Go ahead and ready that magic missile in case I'm looking if I have line of sight above me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's within range of the magic missile, I'll go ahead and shoot it above me. The magic missile is like a range of 150 or 120.
Okay, yeah, the next floor above is only 10 feet up, so
right.
you're good.
Cool. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Okay, Olivia, you're up. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna move over here and hold my multi attack till somebody gets in range.
Cool.
Growling. Bonus action growl.
Bonus action growl. Growling's a free action.
Okay. Is it a bonus action if I really mean it?
you can roar as a bonus action.
Ooh.
Okay, roar.
Oh.
Go for that
Bonus action
intimidate.
roar.
Go for that
You-
intimidate check.
You really roll, or you do a really good roar. But you imagine the werewolves outside probably aren't too intimidated by roars.
Just for shits and... Yeah, it was a shitty
Ooh.
roar. Anyway, so... Roar.
Right.
The two of you inside there, you listen as two more werewolves attempt to climb the scaffolding on the outside of the tower.
Right.
However, they weigh far too much, and the scaffolding actually collapses beneath them. And you listen as some of the scaffolding above them just kind of falls down onto them, ruining it. And they end up taking.
So they fall back down to the ground.
The two do. The one that's already up there does not.
Right, right.
The one that's already up there he's in it already. I accidentally took these guys out of skew. Okay. So they're going to take 46 damage.
Nice, 46 damage.
46 damages. That's actually really good.
Ooh, actually, yeah. Ooh. A little better than average.
As they fall to the ground and go, "Ah, fuck!" and you hear the one outside. You hear the one outside. You fucking idiots! Just go in through the front door. As his turn comes, and he throws the door open. And he steps inside.
And he's getting a cloud of daggers right in his fucking face.
You go ahead and cast that. Olivia, you go ahead and take your attacks against him.
Oliva Bear.
Oliva Bear. Oliva Bear. Oliva Bear.
I bite you in the claw, yeah.
Real quick, Oliva Bear. Do this attacks count as magical?
No.
No. Okay. Good to know. With a 13, you watch as he steps into this cloud here. And as they kind of rip through him, he kind of looks at both of you, and he says, "Peace on, boys." As he steps through, looks like meat's back on the menu. He's gonna step. He'll step.
Neither of mine hit.
The 15 will hit. However, he seems to not be affected by
At all?
non-magical items. He is immune to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks not made with silver weapons.
Nice.
That's-
You weren't satisfied with the satisfied with the exploding card. You just had to see things Deus, didn't you?
I mean,
James,
if I would have... hang on. In my defense, if I would have diffused that properly, we would have had a shit ton of this stuff and they couldn't, like...
that is
put it
true.
up to these guys.
That was a Monster Hunter's wagon.
Anyway, carry on.
He's gonna do multi-attack on you, James.
Ow.
2 attacks, one with bite. One
Well, that's damage. Well, that first one doesn't hit.
That's a 9. How about a bite?
Nope.
No. Wow. Come on, Kirill. That's my boy Kirill.
Carol.
James is on his A game now that he has to deal with.
Oh,
By the way, that werewolf that just moves through also has to take the cloud of daggers damage.
Go ahead and roll.
Trigger.
I would just recommend you keep that on
Trigger.
on your person.
11.
Nice.
Do they count as magical?
They do count as magical. They are a spell. We're gonna go here. 5, 15, 20, 30.
You can still cast non-concentration spells as long as, while keeping one in concentration, correct?
Yeah, you can. You can
Alright.
just have to maintain concentration on one.
Give me a second while I roll 2 more times.
Go ahead. Cool.
I'm fucking twiddling. What? Sounds like you're
Oh, that you already rolled it. Okay.
I mean, considering that the maximum damage is
Gotta keep my hands.
16?
Yeah.
You've been rolling really. That's a powerful cloud of daggers. That's one of my favorite spells. Olivabear, you got 2 werewolves on you.
3.
3 I mean, depending on which way you look at it.
True. One of them's going after James, though.
Cool.
So you're gonna get a claws and a bites.
Ooh.
The 20's gonna hit. I don't think you can get lycanthropy in wild shape. So
I mean, that's your call. It's still
No.
me.
it has to be you though, I think. That's the call I'm gonna make. Which Ed should happen soon enough. You take 6 points of damage as the werewolf bites you.
Which should happen soon
Yep.
enough. Buzz off!
See, nah. What you should do is you should give her werebear.
Werebear.
Werebear! Oh, that's good.
Those 2 miss Olivabear, I'm sorry. And then the one more on you, James. That's a claws.
That one misses.
That's
That
a
one's gonna hit.
for 7 points, and give me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm trying to beat 7, correct?
You have to beat
12. DC 12 for the Constitution save for the
DC 12.
lycanthropy.
Oh, no, sorry. I thought this was concentration.
for concentration. You got to beat 10. So do concentration first.
Well, that was Constitution.
Okay, so that's your concentration on your cloud of daggers, which drops.
No. Okay.
They're both Constitution saving.
They're both Constitution
Okay.
saving throws. So now give me.
Sorry, I'm used to playing 3.5, where concentration is a skill.
No. Okay, so you're not a werewolf.
You know what's a skill? Not killing people.
Not being a werewolf. James, it's your go.
Well, James is down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I thought I would look up that rule about the druid and the lycanthropy. If a target is a humanoid, so she's a beast right now, which
She is a
Quick.
beast.
Ah.
Olivia, do you think the charred person? No, fuck that.
Oh, sorry. Also, Esmeralda, I forgot the boy who was all the way up top. You watch as a werewolf kind of peeks his head out over the hole.
Uh-huh.
Mirabelle and Esmeralda, you guys do have opportunity attacks.
yes.
Well, Mirabelle, you were holding a spell, right?
Yeah, we both were.
Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and roll your guys' stuff, and just let me know what I have to roll.
All right. Straight
In the meantime,
12 force for a magic missile.
12 force damage. Cool.
God
And I
damn.
gotta make a dex save, right?
No.
For Sacred Flame.
Oh
For
yeah.
Sacred Flame,
Oh,
yeah.
Well, that's a 10.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
Okay. Cool. Very good and strong and powerful and strong. James, what's your turn? What are you doing?
James is going to cast Crown of Madness on that
Okay,
werewolf right there.
So I will say these werewolves seem to be kind of like normal. This one seems to be a bit bulkier. This one who's right in front, the first one who came in, he seems to be a bit bulkier.
If that one's a bit bulkier, then James is going to try to make use of his bulk. Crown of Madness.
Crown of Madness. Luckily, they are really good at wisdom saves. Just kidding. Okay, here's his wisdom save. What's he got to beat?
He beats it.
Okay.
Which is unfortunate that James has wasted another turn. So, taking a look out the door, I don't know if I can actually see out the door at this point. Any more werewolves outside?
No, this is all of them.
Alright, then James is going to use his bonus action
Okay.
to do some sweet mystifying form or whatever it's called. The
the Fey teleportation.
Mantle of Inspiration.
Oh, okay.
He's going to give himself and Olivia 5 temporary hit points. He's going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to run out the tower.
Okay. They're both gonna take swings at you.
No, they don't get
Oh no, because yep, that's right. Okay.
Olivia, you also get your movement this turn if you want to do anything with it.
I would like to do one thing, which is move right here
Okay.
in the doorway.
Parked up. I like it.
Can
I
I
have a
say that I'm in this square though? Because I didn't I can't go down one.
Yeah, because you have it set, Chris, that like the door is closed.
Oh, got it. Thank you. Boom. It's open.
Okay, yeah, because I want to be in the doorway,
Yeah.
so only one can get at me at a time.
Okay. I like that. Okay. That's good. Good stuff. Cool. Their numbers will count for nothing. All right. So that's action, bonus action. That's it for you, James.
Yep, that's it for James.
Mirabelle, what would you like to do? You see, you can still see the werewolf kind of peeking out over the edge of the hole just above you.
Cool. I'm going to do that again.
Okay, he's going to do this again. Yep.
Yay.
Okay. And then I'm gonna also smack him with my spiritual weapon.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that.
Any day now. There we go.
14 will indeed hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Sweet.
You guys are fucking this guy up. He's like, I just wanted to help. I'm just a little pup. Okay. So you smack him a couple times. You just boop him on the snoot. Okay, that's action bonus. That's with the Batmobile. Action bonus action. That's your turn. Esmeralda. As your turn begins, you move up another 10 feet.
Okay. Ooh,
And if you guys just want to scroll up a little bit,
yeah.
that's currently where you guys are standing.
All right.
This area is very similar. Time and the elements have all but destroyed. Sorry. Time and the elements have all but destroyed this chamber, leaving a gash in the northwest wall and slimy black mildew on the walls. The wooden floor is completely rotted and has begun to fall away in places.
Okay. I would just, if I'm within 5 feet of this fella, I'm just gonna lay into him.
Okay, go right ahead. I think you have like 1 or 2 attacks, right?
Yeah, sir. Let's see.
Yeah. Yep. Oh geez.
Yeah, the last one is not great.
The last one is not good, but I mean, we got lucky 7s there.
So many 7s.
Yeah, I know.
You deal a good amount of damage to this guy.
Sweet.
With 18, as you kind of stab into him twice with your rapier and kind of like lazily swing your hand axe, just because it's with your bad arm that you swing with, the one that got beat up.
The one that's beat up.
So you kind of swing and it kind of just bounces off of him like no impact. And as it hits him, he kind of steps back for a second. And we're gonna do a fun game called Does the Floor Break?
Oh gosh.
Mirabelle, high or low?
Low.
The floor remains.
The floor remains.
Damn it.
He steps back and you watch as the floorboards kind of shake for a second. And he looks down at his feet and then he looks up at you guys and he goes, "Ruh-roh."
Oh wow, that was hilarious.
Olivia, it's your go.
Ruh-roh, Scraggy.
So, what I want to do... Chris, if I were to not be a bear and be Olivia...
Being Olivia.
If I were to cast Thunder Wave, would it get all these boys? All these?
It would get all the... Yeah, it would get the whole shebang.
Well, then, what I'm gonna do is... I'm not going to be a bear anymore because my attacks didn't hit. And although I love having 18 additional hit points, it's not working for me right now. But what I'm going to do after I drop my wild shape and turn into me again, I am gonna cast a level 2 Thunder Wave on these bitches.
Okay. Con saves. So that's going to be 1 from this guy. He fails. And then 3 from these guys. 1, 3. Okay, so that looks like 2 fails. That's all of them. Okay.
I believe they take half damage.
Yeah, it's half damage if they fail and they don't get pushed.
Correct. So the ones that fail, need to. Oh, the con save was for that. Getting pushed, right?
It's for getting pushed and taking damage.
Gotcha.
That's 19. It's a good amount of damage, though. Not bad at all. And you watch as the big buff guy gets sent back into this wall. And, oh, no. He gets blown through the wall. He gets sent back. There was 1 extra square for this guy and 2 extra squares for this guy. So the guy on the left is going to take an additional 1d6 damage. Full 6 damage.
Nice.
And the guy on the right is going to take 2d6 damage. Nope, not 2d65.
Double nice.
Double nice. And as you switch back, this guy kind of looks up, and you hear him say, "Wait, they're the ones from the woods."
Oh, Jesus.
This is gonna be good. And then you hear him kind of call up, "You heard that, Zuleika?" And once you hear that name, you guys see this one that you guys are dealing with. This look of recognition flashes across the werewolf's eyes. Cool.
Can I wait?
It's now the werewolf's turns.
Oh, bonus action.
Bonus action. Sorry, what would you like to do?
I usually do the bear, but I kind of like the hawk in this situation, so I'm gonna release my hawk totem.
The hawk totem. Could you mind putting that in chat so I can see what it does and how it's gonna fuck me over?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Dun 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 dun.
So I can use my reaction to grant advantage on an attack roll.
Ooh, okay.
When a creature makes an attack against a target in the spirit's aura, you can use your reaction to grant advantage on that attack roll. In addition, you and your allies have advantage on perception checks while in the aura. Not that it matters, we can see everything.
Okay.
And it's I believe 60 foot, so it should go 60 feet up too.
Yeah, so that goes for you guys as well, up top.
Sweet.
Cool. Okay, so the werewolves are going to go. This one in particular, it kind of stops, and it looks at you guys, and you watch as the werewolf drops its hybrid form. You watch as it turns into a familiar figure. You immediately, Mirabelle, recognize this as the woman in the woods who was chained up to the tree right before you guys came to Barovia.
This bitch.
Right after being beaten the fuck up by Esmeralda, you see her kind of standing there, and she kind of just looks up at you guys, and she says to you, Mirabelle, she just says, "The children. I know. It's. You have to listen to me, please. Kirill is taking children. He has to be stopped."
From. Good lord, from Kruzk?
No. The werewolf children.
Oh.
He's training them. Please, there's no time. Let me go, please.
Oh, that didn't work out so well for me last time.
No, I I know. Please.
And then like a crack of thunder.
Can I get it? Can I do an insight check? I
Sure.
guess?
Yeah. She seems panicked. She seems like something. There's definitely something going on. Not like suspicious, but like she's trying to
Right,
be
like she's
genuine.
being honest.
Right, but there's still like this streak of cruelty about her that just like, despite even that high roll and your past interactions with her, there lingers that small doubt. Though it's much smaller than it's much smaller than the genuine nature of her plea.
Man, trusting people always comes back to bite me in the ass. You better not. Fine.
And she looks at you, Esmeralda.
What? You're in
As she-
league with this creature?
She's going to step back and out of reach. You can make Esmeralda. You may make a opportunity attack if you wish.
She will.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna hit for 9 points of damage. And as she's kind of stepping back, Mirabelle, you watch as Esmeralda just whips her rapier and slices this woman's throat. And she kind of grasps at it and falls down. And she seems to be bleeding out. She is not. I will say she's not dead yet, but she will be. She will be rather soon. And with that, we move on to the rest of the werewolves. The rest of the werewolves, one of them is going to move up on you, Olivia. The other ones are going to fall in behind. Are going to fall in behind and be like, "Let me through."
Olivia, hold the door.
Bottleneck.
Oh, the door. All right. Klaus.
Now,
That's a 7 to
Olivia,
hit.
I need you to hold the door.
That's a 20 to hit for 10 points of damage, and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, sorry. What? 10 damage and Constitution saving throw.
Well, that's a thing.
Oh.
Well, I mean,
bad day.
if this happens, it's pretty obvious from what I said to you earlier, Chris, what I might do.
Well, we'll find out. We still got a little ways to go. Okay. And with that, that's the one. The others can't really do anything. Kirill is going to step forward and just say, "Let me through," but they don't. James, it's your go.
Oh, you know what'd be a real fucking shame?
What's that?
James is gonna drop another cloud of daggers right there.
Cloud of daggers, cloud of daggers, cloud of daggers, do it, baby.
They're falling into my ice knife trap as well. Wahaha.
It's his last second level spell, but it feels worth it.
Yeah, that's pretty worth it, as this one's now trapped there, unable to escape the whirling dervish of daggers that he has currently found himself in. James, your bonus action. Do you have a bonus action or anything like that?
Wait, let me just give me 1 second. I forget if this is a bonus action or not. Yeah, as a bonus action, I'm gonna play a little ditty for Olivia there. You're gonna get
Okay.
some bardic inspiration.
Spanx.
Oakley dokley. You guys are like a little badass team down there. Fucking SEAL Team 6 down there. Okay, Mirabelle.
I'm gonna cast Spare the Dying.
Okay, you stabilize her.
Oh, I think I have to touch her to do that, so I should probably. I have to get off the.
Okay. It seems as though this is. I apologize for the rudeness of this question. How much do you think Mirabelle weighs?
I think she's like. Oh, she's 39 pounds.
39 pounds? Okay, yeah, you can walk freely on the boards here, and as you step over, you kind of reach down and cast Spare the Dying. Esmeralda, you watch her as she does this.
So, I was right. You are in league with these creatures. Are you one of them?
Did you see me hit
I
them
mean-
like 3 times before this?
Someone is about to be one of them.
Were you listening to that conversation?
And you trust them?
No. But she's just not dead. Doesn't mean she can't be dead later.
We'll not let her out of our sight then.
Fine.
Fine! Just let me do my costume job!
This is the most indignant Mirabelle's ever been.
I know, Mirabelle's like,
She's having a rough day.
I don't know you.
It's been a day.
Bitch, I don't know your life!
Who are you? I healed you.
Esmeralda, she'll say, well, bring her into the elevator. Let's take her down then.
And as soon as you say down, Esmeralda,
It starts going down.
Esmeralda, as soon as you say down, the elevator just
Bye.
Okay.
you go down a floor.
Oh, fuck.
It's like a comedy of errors. It's great. Okay, Esmeralda, now that you're down here, is there anything you'd like to do?
No, I'm done.
There is enough.
Mirabelle's safe from bites.
There is enough of a gap for you to jump down,
Alright.
but
yeah.
you look down and you can see there are 4 werewolves down there.
Well, if I can see them from where I am, I'm going to aim and see if I can hit one with the spell.
Okay. You see the leader of the bunch. You know him well. That's a Donkey Kong rap joke. But yeah, you see the leader of the werewolves there, kind of standing there, getting ready to assail Olivia, or the deep gnome that you saw. I don't know if you got her name.
The purple
No,
one.
because she was a bear.
She was a bear.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
No, I turned into a bear after she was like,
Yeah.
can you fight?
Yeah.
I was
One
like,
in the corner
let me
over
turn
there.
into a
Oh,
bear.
The brooding one in the corner. Can you fight?
Yes.
Right.
Bear.
I can see. I can fight.
I can bear.
Okay. Looking down, all 4 of them. I don't guess they're in a line in any shape or form.
Do you want to see?
Yeah. All right.
That's what they look like.
All right. Okay. Let's see then. I'll go
I
ahead.
forget what Esmeralda has at her disposal. But
Well,
she's got a-
she's got a big spell, but I don't think it just won't work in this situation. But she will.
Yeah.
She will throw a magic missile down towards the big fella, the Kirill.
Okay, go ahead and roll that, and I'll put you back up on your little square.
She'll go ahead and cast it at. Let's see. Oh yeah, she'll cast it at 4th level.
She's strong. Oh, you're not going to use greater invisibility?
Yeah.
You guys watch as this hail of magic missiles comes down from the upper floor, kind of like through the cracks and everything like that, and just slam into this guy, this werewolf in the back, the leader. And you see he kind of cranes his neck, and he's like, "There you are."
Yes, I'm here, and you'll die.
And with that, Esmeralda, I think that's your turn. Unless you got a bonus action.
No. Oh no, that's my turn.
Okay, Olivia, your go.
You know what I want to do? I want to order a big steaming pile of 2nd level ice knife on this
Ooh.
dick bag.
Ooh, okay. On this dick bag. Okay, go ahead and roll the hit. Can you give yourself advantage? Oh, you don't need to. Okay, with a 19, yeah, it's gonna hit. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Do you remember you have
that was
bardic
gonna be-
inspiration?
That's fair. I don't need it at the moment, but I was going to do 2nd level, to be fair, so
Okay.
I don't know. At higher levels, when you cast a spell / the cold damage increases by 1d6. Okay, so just an additional 1d6.
Yeah. So you just go ahead and roll that. Ooh!
Ooh!
Nice.
Ooh, that's
Nice.
dirty. That's
Ooh.
dirty as hell.
That's nice.
That's really good, actually. Okay, so he has to make. So how does it work, Gagsley? On a hit, the target takes 1d10 damage. Hit or miss, the shard then explodes.
So he takes the piercing and the cold damage,
So
right?
he takes the 7, and he takes. I think he has to make a dex save.
Yeah, they all need to make dex saves. If they fail, they all take the cold damage.
They all take the cold damage. Okay. So we will do big boy first. Dex save. Nope. And then the other wild wolves. There's 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so same spread as last time. He's going to take those 16 points of damage, and he is not looking good at all. And then 2, 3. The guy right in front of you is going to get hit as well for that extra 16.
Oh,
And
stay alive.
He is still up.
I don't want the big boy in front of me.
Yeah.
But don't worry, when he starts his turn, he's gonna take knife cloud damage.
Knife cloud
Ah.
damage. Knife cloud damage, yeah. Okay. I had a thing, but it looks like we're not even getting to my thing. Okay, real quick. So the werewolf's gonna go first. She's knocked out. The 2 down here. James, you see there are 2 werewolves on the side of the building here, but they seem to be like just laying there in the debris. They don't seem to be moving. The werewolf right in front of you, Olivia, is going to multi-attack you with the claws and
He's
with
also
the
gonna
bites.
he's gonna take 10 damage.
He's also going to take 10 damage. He's still just barely up, though. He's on his last legs as the blood is kind of flowing from him.
I'm sorry, Olivia. I tried.
So the claws hit, the bite does.
Okay, so you take 5 points of damage as his claws impact your midsection. As this gnome is tanking the fuck out of these werewolves, the rest of them can't get to you. The other one's up there. That's that. Kirill's gonna go now. Kirill's gonna turn around, actually, and just bare his claws and teeth and get ready for when Esmeralda comes down, holding his action. James Dean Beauregard, what would you like to do?
As I told you, Olivia, a bunch of no-good mangy mongrels. Terrible. We already killed Fleabags. We'll do it again easily enough. And he's gonna cast Vicious Mockery on the one there in the
Oh,
doorway.
shit. Okay, that's a wisdom save?
Yes.
No, sir.
He takes 2 psychic damage.
He goes, my pride!
And dies?
No,
From
he
pride
doesn't.
damage. Oh, damn.
He doesn't die yet. You needed 2 more of those psychic damages.
Well, I would have had to roll max damage because Vicious Mockery is the dagger of spells.
Okay, that's your action. Do you have a bonus action?
Can I?
It's the emotional dagger of spell.
Well, give me just 1 second.
Okay. You're just gonna play the song from like Deliverance or something?
No, I gotta look to see what these count as. That's an action.
Okay.
That's an action. That's an action.
I believe your
Yeah,
inspiration.
Bardic Inspiration is still on Olivia. I don't know if I can give her more than 1.
No, I think they can only have 1 at a time, but you can put it on as many people as you want.
Yep,
you can put you can put it on the horse, but the horse is dead.
No.
Forgot that. The horse got ripped to shreds by the...
Oh no!
Well, that's the end of James's turn.
Okay. Mirabelle, the elevator is 10 feet on the floor, 10 feet below you. You have an unconscious werewolf woman, and the scaffolding just below this level is, like, in pieces.
Is there any way, like, if I look down, can I see any of them? Like, can I peek through the floor and see any of them?
No, I think because you'll be like looking through 2 sets of holes. The floor Esmeralda's on is pretty open. I would say, yeah, you can see the leader. You can see the leader. He's 20 feet below you.
Can I send my spiritual weapon down? Wait, no, let's just cast Sacred Flame.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just cast Sacred Flame at him.
Okay, he's got to make a dex save.
Yeah, he makes it.
He's got to make it.
That's fine. I'm just gonna
Okay.
hang out.
All right. Esmeralda, as you come down the elevator and land here,
Okay.
Kirill is going to make his attacks against you.
Okay.
That's a miss, I think. Does an 18 hit?
Armor class 17. Sorry, yeah, it does. 7 piercing?
7 piercing. And make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh gosh, okay.
The rolls today are not very good, and they're gonna keep going that way.
Somebody werewolf!
Everyone's a werewolf.
Is there a werewolf cure? Is there a werewolf cure in that cart that I exploded?
Yes.
Surprisingly,
So
there is a
we'll
cure
never
for
know.
lycanthropy, and it's a good thing James has more rope because he's just going to tie rocks to you guys and throw you.
That's how they did in the old country.
Well, that's how we got
but-
rid of lycanthropes back when we had the problem in Daggerfoot.
That's
Funnily-
why I'm
funnily
saying
enough,
top
Olivia?
floor.
Funnily enough, Olivia, there is. Esmeralda, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Let's see.
You have the leader of the werewolf standing directly in front of you, who just bit you and may have just conferred lycanthropy upon you.
All right.
And your cure is burned up thanks to some stupid.
She's going to attempt to. He's taking a good bit of damage, so she's going to just lay into him with her attacks.
Yeah, I would say you just gotta.
I give her advantage on whichever one doesn't hit, I guess.
Okay, hold on. So slow your roll because the first one, you deliver your rapier straight into his chest and kind of wrench it out as his black werewolf blood just spills across the floor and he collapses before you.
Right. Who's next then? And she'll aim at this asshole right here.
Okay, and that is a crit, so that's going to be 8 plus 8 is 16 points of damage
Aha.
as you hit him super good. What's up?
So are you gonna just be using Esmeralda from now on, Viola?
That's Chris's laugh of saying, fat chance.
That's my
I
recompense
won't.
for
Yeah, I won't.
I was only gonna ask because I was like, wow, she's got some real nice gear.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Last attack though. Let's see.
last attack.
18 for 9.
18 is gonna hit
All right.
for 9 points of damage.
She'll just shrug
And that's
off
not all she's got.
the let's see.
No, I meant as far as gear goes.
Oh yeah. She what is Olivia wielding?
My fucking fists.
Okay.
I don't have a weapon handy.
All right. Well, Esmeralda, she sees you over there, and she'll call out, "Can you catch a short sword?"
Can I catch a short? No, I can't.
No, you can't. She looks at you. She's like,
I just look at her and go, no.
no.
No, with our luck today.
No.
Don't fucking give me anything. Just, I don't exist.
Yeah, she would just toss it over there, but I'm pretty sure that well, I mean it is silvered, so I don't know that the werewolves would snatch it up, but yeah, she's gonna hold off on doing that. And let's see, bonus action.
I point at James and go, he might though.
James, I can in fact use a short sword but I am not very keen on trying to catch it.
I'm not personally inclined on using it.
No one is attempting to catch anything.
Okay.
Except lycanthropy.
Yes, there's lots of that to go around.
We got a 50% chance
We're like, ooh,
between all of us.
I can't wait to get my lycanthropy.
My dose of lycanthropy.
Lycanthropy. Yeah. All right, I get that's our turn. Yeah.
Okay. Olivia. You have a boy in front of you who does not look like he's in good state at all, as well as the other two boys that are currently flanking Esmeralda.
If I were to cast Ice Knife on that boy in front of me, would the other two get the cold damage since they're
Yeah, but
within 5?
I think you would too.
Oh, would I?
The target and each creature within 5 feet of it.
Oh, would I, Chris? Oh, great. This is my life.
I'm just saying.
Esmeralda's within 15 feet of me. Well, I am just gonna cast Primal Savagery and bite that guy.
Hey, return the favor. With a 14 that's going to hit, go ahead and roll damage.
9 acid damage.
And with that, after this werewolf, I think did he bite you last turn?
Not the no.
It was the turn before that.
But the turn before that, yes.
So right after he bit you, you kind of just rear back and you go, and you bite him.
I'm lycanthrope for 12 seconds.
You bite him and then rip his throat out with your teeth as you kind of stand in front of the other ones and just go, cool. Cool.
Can I bonus action stand on his bot? Oh wait, no. There's clouds of daggers there. I don't want to do.
There is a cloud of daggers there.
Ouchie! I think about it. I go, fuck. That's my luck. Cool.
No. With that, James, you watch as the two guys in here in the wood see just how bad things are going, and they're gonna fucking bail.
To be honest, I can't see shit.
Oh well, all right. That's good. So you don't see that. That's good.
If you could see it.
If you could see it, you would see them running for their lives. As things have changed. The other two, one of them sees the cloud of daggers and then looks back at Esmeralda and is going to swing at Esmeralda.
No, sir. No, sir.
Those are very good rolls. The other one is going to swing on you as well, Esmeralda.
Ooh, gosh. I'll shield I'll shield. I should have shielded earlier, but I'll shield the last one.
Okay. You shield the last bite as that mystical force field kind of comes up between the two of you. Kirill is dead. James Dean Beauregard, what would you like to do?
Well, James Dean Beauregard is actually stuck in a pretty precarious situation here because he doesn't really have a whole lot he can do.
You got Vicious Mockery.
Can you move the cloud?
No, I cannot move the cloud, unfortunately.
Can you make it go
instead,
away?
James is going to, after a quick measurement. That's within range, and I can see it. So James is going to teleport. Right here.
Okay.
I will catch your sword now, Esmeralda.
It's on her person, so I guess I mean
on your turn, Esmeralda, you can give it to him.
Okay.
Can I use my action on my turn to draw it from a scabbard or something on her person?
I think if Esmeralda's willing, then yeah.
Yeah, she would have. I think she would have absolutely undid the sheath and kind of had the handle in her hand, trying to determine who could benefit from having this. So
okay,
it's accessible.
Yeah, James, you can go ahead and draw it, but that's going to be your action.
Oh, that's no problem.
Okay.
Oh, it's been quite a while since I've actually had to use a sword. Let's see how rusty I really am.
You're a full elf, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's why. Cool. Mirabelle, what would you like to
do? Can I see anybody?
You look down. I'd say you can see one of the werewolves. If you want to just blast them from up here.
Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame, okay.
I'm not gonna jump.
What, are you crazy? I
guess I did
watch
that
people
at the
die
winery.
today.
Oh, damn! God, well, now I'm gonna curse.
Is that the worst Mirabella's curse so far? Oh, damn.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. A bonus action, anything like that?
Bonus action. No.
Okay,
Nope.
Esmeralda.
Okay. I sort of forgot that I wasn't.
You were playing.
Yeah. Oh, and it hurts.
Oh no. Oh, honey.
I'll be all right, dear. Yeah. Let's see. She'll go ahead and lay into this fella here. Well, yeah, that's what she'll do. The one she's been hitting on.
Okay. He has been rejecting your advances so far.
You will succumb because I am going to destroy you. Okay.
He's like, look, I enjoy tall, dark women and everything, but like, okay, yeah. With that, I would say attacks 1 and which one are you attacking? One on the left or the right?
Yeah, this one here.
Okay. I would say attacks 1 and 2 manage to drop him, so you can target the third one on the other guy.
I will do that so hard.
So you, with one hand, kind of do like a series of thrusts into the werewolf's torso, and just kind of wheel around and slam your hand axe into the other one's torso as he kind of like reels back, claws drawn, ready to go. Olivia, your turn.
Is the cloud still there?
Yes.
The cloud is still there.
I stand here.
Okay.
Welcome to the club.
To have gated.
Actually, no. Bonus action, magic stone. Can I give myself advantage?
As a reaction, I would say yes.
Remember, you have
I hit him with a
inspiration.
stone.
Did you have inspiration?
I don't need it if I have advantage. I get a crit.
Oh, true.
What are you trying to tell me, Jake? I got inspiration. I still hit if I got advantage.
I played a social support class in Curse of Strahd. That's
trying to help.
At any rate.
Yeah. So that's gonna do max damage. I think it's already in there. Yeah. Wow. So you're doing total max damage. So you watch as Viola as Olivia. Sorry, it's still the pain still lingers. You watch as Olivia kind of stands there for a moment thinking about what to do, and she remembers she has this really obscure spell, and she kind of looks down for a second, picks up a rock, and just hucks it into the room. And with
I've been collecting rocks. I got a pouch of them.
Okay. You watch as she digs into one of her pouches and pulls out like a small pebble. And she kind of reels back and throws it, and with like uncanny speed and power, this small pebble rockets through the air, and it actually impacts the werewolf in the side of the head and passes through him completely like a sniper round.
This is why I took that spell.
Respect.
Thanks.
And for a second, he's standing there in front of you, James. And he's just like, I'm gonna eat the fuck out of you. And then the rock slams into the side of his head, and he's like, and he falls. And with that, you guys have solved my werewolf puzzle.
Ooh.
Well, Olivia, I admit my move would have been much more fascinating how I had a chance to actually stab the creature, but good job.
I just walk outside.
Daggers is gone.
And with that, combat has come to a close. You step outside, Olivia, and it seems like the clouds have gotten worse as the storm has gotten stronger, and the rain comes down. It's like a downpour at this point, and you're kind of standing out there by yourself for just a moment. I assume there are people, your friends are going to join you in a second, but you're standing out there by yourself for a moment, and the rain is falling incredibly hard, but then it stops, and it's sudden. Like it's raining very heavily, and it feels like it just picked up, and then it slows, and then comes to a complete stop. And then you hear trotting down the path the sound of hooves, much slower than the panic that Esmeralda seemed to shoes when she rode up. And as these hoof prints are kind of making their way down, you see a black horse with this crazy red look in its eyes, and it seems to be frothing, just waiting to travel as quickly as possible. And astride this horse, you see the familiar, well-dressed, and impeccably charming Strahd von Zarovich. And as he rides up and gets a little closer to you, Olivia. He's maybe about 30 feet from you. And he stops, and he says, "It seems like you've lost one. I heard the signal. It's quite advantageous having all of you here in one place. Perhaps we can work this out now." And with that, we are going to end it.
Whoa.
If by work this out now, James still has a silver sword, then yes.
I'm
Mm.
just gonna hang out on the top of this tower here.
With a unconscious werewolf.
Oh,
Don't mind me.
Wow.
So I'm gonna go ahead and put that boy. I'm gonna go ahead and put that boy right there.
On the map. Oh, there he is.
I believe you.
She's just in the tower, like, I gotta
I
take
have
care
no
of this
idea
girl.
what's going on.
I guess we will figure out. Maybe we could do, Amy, if you want to do one more session as Esmeralda next time.
I can.
If you would, unless you would prefer making a new character, I don't mind. I don't mind facilitating that.
I think I do have a character that I'm especially fond of that I would like to start up playing next session if I could. That I actually have art for. That
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully Keely doesn't brutally murder her this time.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, then that's the case. You know, it does happen.
It does happen.
Yeah.
As I think of anyone here, I am not most acutely aware, but very acutely aware.
Right.
all I can say is, Chris, I am profoundly sorry for how much shit I gave you
Yeah, that
for
sucks,
when you
right?
killed. It sucks.
But okay. Amy, honestly though, if you would prefer rolling up the new character and playing them next session, I have no problem working that out.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll draw her up and send you the relevant info there from D&D Beyond, and I could put it here. I could literally take Viola's sheet and erase and redo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And then if this ends up being, I think it might be a little bit. So if this ends up being a confrontation, I think I'll just have you play as Esmeralda for that little bit, and then I'll probably introduce this character once I get an idea of who they are and like what they're going for later on in the session.
Yeah. Well, this could go many ways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
We will see. But for now, I will just say again, thank you guys very much for a good session.
Yeah.
I am sorry, Amy.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, shit like this happens, and it's just you either do a thing in the moment, or you tiptoe around everything and try to do everything correctly.
That's true.
Yeah, it's more about like what would you end up doing? I mean, you're not going to just like tiptoe around everything and be safe all the time.
And to be fair, it wasn't like
that was a fucking that was big. That was big. Yeah.
You guys just had, it was just a couple bad rolls. Was what it was. It wasn't like it was like, honestly, Keely, that was like what you did with the cart was exactly what a player is supposed to do with the cart. Like, sneak in from the bottom and deactivate the trap from the inside is exactly what they're supposed to do. You just got bad rolls. That's all that happened.
Yeah, I know.
You didn't. You didn't. I don't know. You didn't. You didn't make any bad decisions or anything. I want to make sure that that's very clear.
It's just
I know.
that thing.
I don't think she gets that though, you know?
No, yeah, and that's awesome character wise. I just want to make sure everyone player wise is good.
Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
It's my
It's
goal.
just that damn thing was full of napalm because it just like went up.
Yeah, she is. She is anything but.
Wow. So
She's
no sight.
okay.
No sight of the guy that apparently lives here at all.
No.
All right.
You remember? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. That's
Cool.
cool. All right.
With that, yeah. Cool. I guess I will talk to you guys. I mean, I'll see you guys next week. We'll get back into it. I believe we will be joined by Mike next week. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think you're right,
I
actually.
think I'm right. I'm not usually, so it's okay if I'm not.
He's missed a lot.
I can't.
Yeah,
Yeah, he'll be here.
In 2
It
seconds.
was work and everything.
Next week might. I can't remember exactly what time I have to be at my appointment, so I might have to leave. Like 15 minutes early.
Okay, if that's the case, yeah, just let me know. And
Yeah, I'll figure it out in advance. I'm sure I'll get a reminder from him. I just can't for the life of me remember what time I need to be there.
Okay. Again, you guys are great.
Oh.
I love you guys,
Aw.
and I will be seeing you guys next week then.
All right.
Bye!
Bye.
So long.
See you
Great
next
game,
week.
Chris. Great job. Wow. You blew my face off.
Yes, thank you.
Wow.
Thank
Great
you.
job.
Amazing.
All right.
Thank you, Olivia, personally, for tanking all that damage so the werewolves could